Hello guys and welcome back to your Star Wars review from me. And for today's Star Wars review, we're going to review something very special that has just arrived in the mail. You can see the brown shipper box here. And this is going to be a review on the Star Wars Vintage Collection Galaxy's Edge Millennium Falcon. So the big Millennium Falcon, the one from the Legacy Collection. They repackaged that one into the Vintage Collection as a Galaxy's Edge version of the vehicle, and you can see the outer box here, the big shipper box the Falcon comes in. So let's just unbox this thing and take a look at the actual Vintage Collection packaging. Okay guys, here we have it, the Smuggler's Run Millennium Falcon, all out of its shipper box, and as you can see, it's a beautiful Vintage Collection packaging here with the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge logo there. You can see that on the right. You can see that the Millennium Falcon on the image is basically stored like it is in Galaxy's Edge in the theme park. You can see the figures that are included with the set. We get a Hondo, Ohnaka, Chewbacca. I think we get 6 sporks in this Millennium Falcon. You get 2 radar dishes as well, but overall the packaging looks super nice. I mean, let's just zoom in on that. So basically what I did is I sold my old big Millennium Falcon, or Legacy Collection Falcon that I had. I basically sold that one off because it did yellow over time, and I was missing the chest pieces as well. So I basically sold it to get this one to replace it basically. And I never had a Millennium Falcon new, I believe. So like I newly bought it, so yeah. But you can see here the packaging looks really good overall. On top of the box here, we have the same image. You can see it does say includes figures, Hondo, Ohnaka, Chewbacca, and porks. It's got the Star Wars logo there with the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run and the Kenner logo. And on the side, you can see some images of the Falcon. And then on the back side, it's basically the same as the front. So, yeah, there you go, guys. That's it for the packaging of this beast. It's absolutely huge box. So let's just unbox it and just take a look at what's inside. Okay, guys, here we have it all unboxed, and you can see this is the instruction sheet and the stickers. But if we take a look at the vehicle itself, I have to say this is an amazing looking vehicle. First impressions are amazing in my opinion. It's probably more beautiful than the original in my opinion. It has some amazing weathering on it. I mean, I'm blown away by it. It looks super nice. You can see all the compartments here in the box. You can have the escape pod with Hondo. I believe these are the feet or the radar dishes. You have some porks here hiding. These are the feet for the Falcon, the landing gear. And you got Chewbacca all the way back there. And then you do have these 2 front pieces, of course. But oh my god, this Falcon looks super nice. So let's just try to assemble this beast and give you guys a closer look. Okay guys, here it is, all unboxed and all ready to go to put on a shelf. We have the new big Millennium Falcon here from the Smuggler's Run Galaxy's Edge theme park. So as you guys can see, it looks really good actually. I'm a big fan of it. It looks, you know, a lot better than the original in my opinion. It has a much better paint apps than the old one. It has a lot more weathering and details. I mean, the details are, you know, they're more pronounced than the old version just because of the paint, of course. And it does have some different, like, features and accessories. So let's just take a look at that. So instead of 1 radar dish, you do get 2 of them. And you can see this is the one from The Force Awakens and whatnot, or Galaxy's Edge, whatever you want to say to it. And then we get 6 sporks as an accessory. So figure wise that is. And then also if you take a look here in the cockpit, I put the 2 figures in here that are also part of the set, which is Chewbacca and Hondo Ohnaka. Really cool. I'm just not a big fan of the Chewbacca figure. It looks a bit weird to me. And Hondo Ohnaka is a figure that does not stand up very well. So these are some minor complaints here with the set. But the Falcon itself looks really good. So let's just go into some detailing here. You can see the nice weathering on this Falcon. And I'm going to go over the entire thing here. But you can see, you know, it is basically the same Falcon as the Legacy Collection version or the older Vintage Collection version. It's basically the same, but they just added a lot more weathering on it and just totally different paint app. So in that way, it does look very different than the original one. So I just turn that around. You can see here. Also a lot more weathering, for example, here on you know, this part, the escape hatch. You can see really beautiful actually how it looks. I'm a big fan of the paint, so I'm definitely, you know, if you want to upgrade your old Falcon, this is definitely one to maybe grab, especially just because, you know, it looks just a lot different than the old one. You can see that. Look at all that detailing here. Absolutely beautiful. And it does shine really well. See that? All throughout the vehicle. So overall, just, you know, look-wise, on the outside, it is very different than the original one. And it looks a lot better in my opinion. But the features are basically very similar than the old one, except there are a few added features on this one that the old one does not have, and that is mainly in the sound department. So you still have the firing missiles here. You can see the 3 missiles here at the front, and you do have these 3 buttons to fire them off. You do have the radar dish, of course, which turns around, or basically you can turn that around by using this lever. So you do have that. You do have this part here, so that is an opening hatch to reveal. So the sounds are on. So the sounds are on, so you can hear. That is the escape pod here, which I know you can take out. And if you put it in, it does make a sound. There you go. And you can close that back down. So you do have a lot of different sounds. You do have this little button here. So if you can basically put that up or down, and then the cannon at the top will rotate and it will fire off the 2 missiles that are in there as well. So the backside is basically very similar. I mean, like I said, the paint is a little bit different, but you can still remove this part here to get to the battery compartment. You do have a little switch button here. Now, the old one had an on and off switch. This one is basically to switch between original trilogy sounds and the Galaxy's Edge sound. So you do have sounds with Hondo Ohnaka, but I will show that in just a bit. And then you do have some more buttons here, of course. So you do have that. And so you do have this section right here, which is basically the ramp that opens up. So you do have the button here. You can see that still works like the old one. Just doing that again. That looks really good. And the lights are bright, so I do really like that. And there is also a button here for sounds, I believe. And then if you open up the canopy, there are some different stickers that are applied here, you know, compared to the old one. I don't know if you can see, but next to Hondo, there is a sticker of Hondo himself on the control panel, so that's a little bit different as well. So if we open this part up, or if we open this guy up, so let's just do that. There we go. You can see that the interior is similar to the old one. The grays are the same as the old one, but these panels here are a different color. You can see that the old one had a more sand type color, and this is more like an orange type of color. But the basics are still the same. You still have like the rotating share there to get to the, you know, the cannon there on top of the vehicle. You do still have this hatch that opens up. Basically, you can remove it to have the smuggler, you know, whatever it's called, the smuggler's hatch. You can put the stuff in there that you want to hide for inspection. You do still have these opening doors, which leads to basically nowhere, but I don't know if it's just me, but this compartment here is a lot bigger than the old one, if I'm not mistaken. So you can put figures in there or other accessories, which is quite easy to store, of course. Then, of course, it's a little bit harder to see, but I'm just trying to rotate the vehicle. You can see, oops, yeah. So you can see some other parts here, some stickers that are applied on all the sides, but that looks pretty good. And then we do have, of course, this section here that leads to the other part of the vehicle. So let's just remove that, and if I'm not mistaken, it's like that. There we go. Go into the other side here. You can see the Jarek table, the chess table with the chess pieces on it. That is one of the things that I just did not have with my old one. I was missing the chess pieces, but I do have them now, of course. You do have this rotating ball turret, which is the one that Luke trains with. So basically, if you pull, you know, remember that lever, when the radar dish turns, this will turn as well. So it does have the same features as the old Millennium Falcon. And that is me if I rotate the top turret there. You do have a control panel with a chair. So everything is basically the same, except again the color of the bench where you know, R2 and Chewbacca played the Jarek chess in A New Hope is a different color here. Again, the old one was a little bit dull, but this is more like an orange type or yellow type. I do quite like it. It looks very different than the original version of the Falcon, so I'm a big fan of that. But other than that, I mean, the interior is very much the same as the old one, like I said. And, you know, it's mainly you buy this for the exterior that is different and the sound effects that are different. So let's just try some sound effects out here for just a minute. There is a button somewhere here, there. So if you push that,
it may not look like much, but you got it where it counts, kid.
You get all the phrases from the original trilogy.
Chewie, get us out of here! What's that flashing?
So you have that.
We're losing the deflector shield. Don't strap yourselves in. I'm gonna make the jump to light speed. You're all clear, kid. Let's blow this thing and go home. Great shot, kid. That was 1 in a million. Come on! Switch over. Let's hope we don't have a burnout. It may not look like much, but you got it where it counts, kid.
So that's basically all the phrases that come out of this section here, out of this button. I don't know if it's a different sound when you hold it longer. It is. And that is for the backside of the vehicle, of course. So let's just try to show you like this. I think that will work. And you can see that the lights will turn on here for this vehicle, which is of course the hyperdrive section, whatever you want to call it. All these lights light up really well. It's actually a lot brighter than the original one, so I do really like that. And you heard the flickering sound as well, so let's just do that again. So there you go. That is, I think, that button. Then we do have these 3 buttons here, which also add as different sound effects. So let's just try this one.
Okay, stay sharp.
Just turn.
Huey, get us out of here!
Oh. There we go. I just turned it off. Pressing that button again.
Don't worry. She'll hold together. Got him! I got him! Great kid! Don't get cocky! That's it! We did it! Hold him off. Angle the deflector shield while I charge up the main gun.
So that's those sounds. And then if you press longer, you do have the shooting effect from the movie as well. Really cool. Then we get to the middle one. And that is again for the engine here with this light and sound effects, of course. So you do have that. That's basically when it goes into hyperdrive, I believe, or hyperspace, whatever. Yeah, you do have that. And then we do have the third button here. And you can see that is also a different effect on that one. There you go. So that's it for those buttons, I believe. And you do have 2 buttons on this side, of course, which are, again, a different kind of sound.
With the blast shield down, I can't even see. How am I supposed to fight?
You see? You can do it. You've taken your first step into a larger world.
With the blast shield down, I can't even see. How am I supposed to fight?
You see? You can do it.
And then we do have the second button here. It's basically for the Jaric table. It does light up as well.
It's not wise to upset a Wookiee.
I suggest a new strategy, R2. Let the Wookiee win.
It's not wise to upset a Wookiee.
I suggest a new strategy, R2. Let the Wookiee win.
So basically you can push the button once quickly and then you get one sound, or if you push it back in all the way and you keep it pushed in, then you do get all these sound effects all at once, which is pretty cool. And I don't know what this does if you press it longer.
Come back at once. You don't know how to fix the hyperdrive.
Aha. So you do have that.
You did it!
So you do get that sound.
R2, come back at once. You don't know how to fix the hyperdrive. You did it!
There you go. That is basically it for the sound effects from the original trilogy part of this vehicle. This is all the same as the old version of the Millennium Falcon, but if you switch this button, you can hear a sound. So these will have different sound effects featuring Hondo Ohnaka, for example.
The last thing I want is to let another Rata loose in here.
Which is... You can see these are different sound effects than previously.
All right, my friends. We're cleared for takeoff. R5, pre-flight diagnostics report. Hey, we are on a timetable here. Chewbacca, what is the holdup? Oh, wait, my friends. I'm afraid we have picked up a hitchhiker. R5, scan the exterior of the Falcon for life forms.
So those were all the sounds for this button. I don't know if you press this one longer, it's different.
The last thing I want is to let another ragdoll loose in here.
No, I don't think these are different then. Let's turn it around again to go through the other sounds here. This is still the same. So this is virtually the same. So you do have the blast effect sound that you get as well, but it does feature Hondo saying something as well added to that line.
Fire the harpoons! Now let's go get that coaxium. Evasive maneuvers! R5, damage report. Weapons are online. Take that first, to the scum.
So you do have that. And then this, which is I think the same. And this is the same as the original trilogy one, this button, and then the other one is also the same. Yeah, these are the same sounds. And then you do have this button right here. I don't know if this is different as well.
Things are getting too hot. We've got to get out of here. What do you mean, system failure? Faulty hyperdrive. Well, that's not good.
And I think
Fighters must have followed us back to Batu.
I don't know if you saw it, but there are also some lights in the cockpit, of course.
R5, access the emergency power supply. They've locked onto us. Take evasive action.
So you can see there's some lights there as well. I believe at the front there should be lights as
Raise the
well,
jump
but
to light speed.
can't seem to find them right now.
Things are getting too hot. We've got to get out of here.
There you go. That's basically it for all the sound effects in this vehicle, I believe. So all the ones with Hondo are extra added on with this version of the vehicle. All the other ones were already present with the old version. But overall, I think this is a great release. It looks great. I love the paint apps on this one. I like the added sound effects. You know, we do get some other figures, which is nice, of course, and you can put them in the cockpit. You even get the second radar dish. You get a bunch of porks, which are different than the one that came with The Last Jedi Chewbacca figure, so I do like that as well. But, you know, other than that, it is basically the same release, but I just want to get an updated one, and mine was very yellow. I mean, this section right here was all yellowed up, but now I do have a really nice clean one, a new one with the new paint as well. So overall, I believe this is a great release by Hasbro, and I'm very happy that they did re-release the Millennium Falcon, because the old one really got up there in price. It became really, really expensive over the last few years. So yeah, there you go, guys. That was all I want to say about this new Millennium Falcon. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will be back with some more videos very soon. So until then, keep collecting, and may the Force be with you. Bye.